Hey, Becca, guess what? I took a vacation. Now we can go out with the kids during summer vacation. You're happy? You should thank me. Whoa, what's up all of a sudden? You're at work, right? Aren't you supposed to be working? I mean, when does the vacation start? A week long starting from tomorrow. Tomorrow? The kids are having summer vacation, right? I did my best to take days off. Starting tomorrow? That's too soon. What's with that reaction? Your husband took a vacation for the kids. You're supposed to be happy. I am, but it's too sudden. I have to work. What's the point of you taking days off without me? Can you go out with the kids by yourself? Of course I can. That's rude. I took a vacation for you, and why aren't you happy? Rather, you're like upset. Are you unsatisfied with me making my family happy? If you're going to take a vacation, you should tell me or make a plan first. I'm saying it's too sudden. I can't take a vacation in such short notice. What's with all your complaining? I'm trying to be a good father and you're ruining it. I'm sorry, don't get so mad. My bad. You're right. You took days off for the kids, and even if I'm working, you can still play with the kids. Yeah, I'm pretty good husband. You should be more grateful to me. Yeah. By the way, you have a week off, right? Where are you going to take the kids? Maybe to Fairyland? They're dying to go there. There's no way we're going to a crowded, expensive place like that. It's exhausting and I'll lose all of my bonus I just got. It would ruin my vacation. Then the beach? No way. I hate the ocean. I'm taking the kids to Mom's house. Your mother's house? You're on summer vacation and you're going to stay with your mother for a week? Now I understand why you said you can go out with the kids by yourself. You're planning on having her take care of them. Don't say it's like a bad thing. Mom asked me to bring the kids. I'm sure she misses them. Maybe so, but I'm sorry, but I feel bad for the kids. At least make it a 2-night stay or something and then take them somewhere a bit more fun. What? You think her house is boring? Mom's going to cook a lot for them. You're going to deny that? That's not what I'm saying. I appreciate her kindness too. I know it's important for you to go home, but you have to think about them too. It's summer vacation. I'd like to take them to more other places. That would cost too much money. Besides, Mom's moving in with us from now on. We need to prepare them for that. She can start living with us at the end of summer vacation. Make sure everything's prepared. What? Living together? Wait, I've never heard of that before. It's another favor from my mom. Wait a second. Why would you decide on your own? I can't live with her. What do you mean you can't? We've already decided. Don't complain about husband's decision. What about me and the kids? Why do you always decide on your own? Of course they would agree. You're at home today, right? Make the kids get ready for the trip tomorrow. A trip? I'm sure they'd be happy. Unfortunately, it's the opposite. No one wants to go. What? Why not? They already have plans. They're all upset with you for making such a short notice. Plans? Family comes first. Can't they follow the father's decision? They've got plans with their friends. They've grown up, you know. You can't just make a plan on your own and ask others to follow you. I'm the father and I took a week off for them. I can't believe it. This is what happens when you don't educate them well. I can't believe they've turned into children who don't appreciate their father. Can you please stop blaming others? You're the one who hasn't done anything to the family. And now all of a sudden, you ask them to come with you tomorrow. Of course they won't be happy. You should have cared about your children before complaining. And they are against moving in with your mother. What? They are? They don't like Grandma? I guess not. The kids don't like her very much. They're more against it than the trip. They don't like her at all. Maybe they only see her once in a while and that's why they don't like her. If they live with her, they'll get along. They need to live together to have a good relationship. What are you saying? Everyone in the family is against except you. Okay? No living with your mother. No visits to her house. You seem to be making up your own mind and getting all excited by yourself, but this is what we think. I'm the father. I have the right to make decisions for the family. Anyone who goes against me is not a family. Don't talk like a child. If you can't listen to me, you're not a family. Get out of my house. Anyone who doesn't agree to live with her, get out before I get home from work. Are you serious? You're going to kick the kids out for this? I'm serious. Becca, if you're against living together too, get out. Well, if I do, we're getting divorced. You mean we're getting divorced if I leave? Yes, because I don't want a wife who disagrees with her husband. Want to get divorced? Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm leaving. Let's get divorced. Goodbye. What are you talking about, Becca? I was just kidding. I just wanted to show you how serious I was. What? You're taking it seriously? I'm serious. Well then, I'll tell the kids about the divorce, and I'll ask them if they want to move in with their grandma or leave the house. Hey, wait a minute. That was a joke. Getting divorced because my mom is moving in? Can't you see that I really don't want to live with her? What are we going to do about the kids after we divorce? They will be sad if you're gone. About that, they want to come with me. Huh? They do? You mean you're all leaving? Yeah, they don't want to live with their grandma and they don't want to go to their home. They don't want to live with you either, so they want to follow me. Which means you'll have to live with your mother, the two of you. Wait a minute, you're kidding, right? I'm so sick of you asking me to get divorced whenever we disagree. I'm serious, and I think the kids are too. You're the only one who seems to be joking. Why do you refuse to move in with my mom? Isn't it normal to visit your parents during vacation? Don't you guys have any idea how important it is to care your in-laws? I feel sorry for her. She lives alone. Did you forget why your mother is all alone? Huh? What do you mean? It's because she was kicked out by her son and his wife who moved in with her. Your mother was so mean to her son's wife, so they finally kicked her out. Don't exaggerate about it. Mom was just trying to teach her for her sake. I mean, it's so terrible for them to kick her out. Give me a break. You call it teaching when you throw away food she made every time? I think you call it bullying, and she deserves to be kicked out. If you start living with someone like that, you're going to have a hell of a life. Did she really do that? Can you stop underestimating the information network between wives? I know all about what she did to her. By the way, I hear they are going through a divorce right now. What? Divorce? My brother? Your brother seems to be just like you. He took his mother's side and helped her bully his wife. Of course, he should be divorced. I didn't know that was going on. I feel sorry for the kids too. She was so mean to them every time they saw her. I can understand why they don't want to live with her. What? She was mean to them? I don't think she would be mean. Dad, it's me, Paul. I'm using Mom's phone. Paul, you love your grandma, right? You agreed to live with her, don't you? Mom is making you to say no to visit her or live with her, right? No, I don't like Grandma. She always calls me ugly. She doesn't like that I look like Mom, and she always gets mad at me when I do something wrong, and she never gives me birthday presents. She never gave you a birthday present? I thought she loved you. We're going with Mom. If you want to live with Grandma, you can live with her together. Bye, Dad. See? Do you understand how they feel? I didn't think you guys would be so against it. I'm sorry I decided to move in with her and go visit her on my own. I won't do it again. It's alright, don't worry about it. We're getting divorced. You can move in with her or visit her, whatever you want. Don't tell me you're divorcing me. I won't decide to live with her without your permission anymore. Just reconsider. Hey, let's talk. I told you, I'm sick of it. People who can't listen to you aren't your family, right? Then we're not a family anymore, so I'm leaving. That was just a joke. I can't live with someone who makes jokes like that. Well then, me and the kids are packing our bags now. Bye. I will take them to my parents' house until the divorce is final. They would be happy to come with me to my parents' house. Are you really leaving? My parents are even taking them to Fairyland on my behalf. They are going to have a blast. I'm glad they're going to have a great summer vacation. Wait, I'm off for a week from tomorrow. I'll take them. No, your mother is waiting for you at home. Have a relaxing week with her. Make sure you tell her we're getting divorced. Bye! On that day, I packed a few things and left the house with the children. My parents were surprised at my divorce, but they were more than happy to see their grandchildren coming to visit. They are all going to visit Fairyland tomorrow. After that, Sam has texted me to apologize, but I ignored him. I also turned in the papers for the divorce, so I'm waiting for his reply. Once the divorce is finalized, I'm planning to go out for lunch with his brother's ex-wife to celebrate our divorce. Hey, About this Sunday, can you come over to my place around 11 a.m.? You're not busy anyway, are you? No, I'll be working on that day, so I can't come. Working on Sunday? Is our company so busy that we need your help? Yes, we are. My father and grandfather run the company, and it's true that you married my brother and became a family, but you are a housewife, right? You're not involved in our company at all, so you can stop acting as if you own the company. For a moment, I wondered what you meant by our company. This is a company that my grandfather worked so hard to build, and my father stabilized it. It doesn't belong to you, Fiona. Shut up! Then how about next Saturday? I'm just giving you a little advice since you keep insisting that it's yours. Sorry, I have plans for next Saturday. I mean, why do you need to see me? I hope you don't call me for nothing. How dare you? I'm doing this for you. Look, you're getting old. I think it's time for you to get married. I know a nice guy, so I thought I'd introduce you to him. Again? I've told you 100 times I don't need that kind of help. You'll miss your chance to get married if you keep talking like that. I can't keep you in my company forever. I think you should get married as soon as possible. I'll feel much better if you leave, you know. My company? You see, I'm treated as an ordinary employee of this company. I joined this company by nepotism, but I am not given a sloppy training just because I am the daughter of the president of the company. In fact, I'm trained extra hard. My grandfather, who is the current chairman, and my father, who is the president, do support me, but I don't remember being supported by you. You were just my brother's wife. Do you have any right to tell me what to do? Huh? What's with that? I haven't told you, but you are so rude. I am your brother's wife. That means I am greater than you. I think you should respect me more. Didn't your parents teach you that kind of common sense? If you are someone who should be respected, I should behave so. But vice versa. Fiona, ever since you got engaged to my brother, you have been secretly harassing me, haven't you? Stealing money, clothes, bags. When I found out my makeup were missing, I was shocked. Just because I didn't say anything, you did whatever you wanted, didn't you? How could I respect such a person? I don't respect you, I despise you. Despise me? You don't seem to understand your position. I think I know exactly who I am. I didn't steal it. How rude. I just borrowed a few things. You haven't returned any of them. That's not important right now. Anyway, I hope you'll get married soon and go away. You've been jerking around in my company for so long. I don't want to waste your salary on you. I said, it's not your company. You should know who you are. Stop talking back to me. You're so annoying. Don't get me wrong, I'm just saying this out of my kindness. I'm sure your parents are thinking the same way. Whatever, can I go now? I'm busy with work. Well, excuse me. Wait a minute, I'll tell your brother and your parents soon. I just heard from my husband. What's going on? I mean, is it true that you're going to be the president? Why would it happen? Good evening. Yes, it's true that I'm going to be the president. My grandfather is old and thinking of retiring, so the chairman will be my father, and I will be the president. Why are you the president? What about my husband? In general, the oldest son takes over the company. My brother doesn't have the motivation. I mean, he has little motivation to work. He thinks that if he stays at our company, he won't lose his job. I heard that he just sits around and surfs the internet every day and doesn't do much work. My company is very strict with family. For now, my coworkers are smart, so there's not much trouble, but if something happens, he could be fired. Why? Then why did I? For what purpose you married my brother? Fiona, you approached him because you wanted the company, right? My brother is insensitive and doesn't seem to realize, but my parents, grandfather, and I knew it from the beginning. We allowed someone like you to marry him because we knew he would be single for the rest of his life. I decided that I would never give him any control over the business. He has already agreed to this, by the way. I'm not sure if he understands well, but after all, he has no interest in such things. He probably thinks that no matter who runs the business, he, as a blood relative, will be fine because he will be able to earn and live. That's a lie! A person like you is the president of a company. My husband deserves it more than you. I bet he acts big in front of you, like I'm the son of a business owner or whatever, and he seems to underestimate me, his sister. Why do you think I joined this company? It's for my grandfather and father. Ever since I was a little girl, I've wanted to support the company they built, and I've worked hard at my studies. They opposed me a lot though. You're right, I'm a woman and I'm not the oldest, but I did my best to persuade them to let me join the company so that I could show them my abilities. And they accepted my efforts. Do you have any other questions? That's a lie! I'll go talk to your parents! As you wish. I think my grandfather and father are still at work. Well, I've already reported to them everything about how you have been treating me. They are strict with their relatives, but they also treat well for the daughter and grandchild, so they seem to have thoughts towards your attitude. I hope they would listen to you. After this, I heard that Fiona really went to the company, but as expected, she was turned away by my grandfather and father at the door. She couldn't give up, so she went to my parents' house, but she was also turned away by my mother. When she asked her husband, which is my brother, he just kept repeating that it was my grandfather and father's decision. Apparently, she thought that if my brother became the president, she would become the wife of the president and live a wealthy life. That is too naive of a future plan. Of course, such a person would fail to see my brother for what he really is. The disposition of my brother, who is not motivated about his work, is pending at the moment, but my father said he would be fired if he continues like this. I wonder what Fiona will do if that happens. What do you all think? If you would like to share your thoughts, let me know in the comments.
Hey Jasmine, long time no talk. I need to talk to you right now. Do you have a minute? Sorry, I'm busy now. Can we talk when I get home? No, I have something to tell you right now. Then don't start off by asking me if I have a minute. What is it? Don't be surprised, okay? I might change your life. What? You're going to change my life? What do you mean? It's just not your life. I might change the future of her dad's company too. The future of the company? What? You're not involved in running the company at all. I appreciate your concern for the company's future, but I'm more worried about your future. You should work and earn your own money, you know? No way. I absolutely hate working. Besides, I don't need to work at all. Huh? What do you mean? I'm getting married soon. My husband-to-be makes a lot of money, so I'm going to be a housewife. What? Do you have a boyfriend? Yeah, of course. I'm not like you who devoted so much to your career and neglected self-care. Well, I admit I'm a workaholic, but what do you mean by neglected self-care? You know I have a boyfriend too, right? I know, but being such a workaholic, you might get dumped by him anytime, you know? Oh, I'm sorry. I meant he already dumped you, right? What? No. What are you trying to say? Out of nowhere, you started talking about company and my boyfriend. I really don't get it. Because, you see, instead of me being able to get married, my sister can't get married anymore. What? What are you talking about? In other words, Logan and I are getting married. I just wanted to tell you that. What? Logan? You mean my fiance? Who else it could be? Are you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Are you saying that you stole my fiance? That's right. He's mine now. Actually, we're still together in a hotel right now. What? Right now? Yeah. We've been in a relationship since right after you got engaged to him. It's been about 4 months now, but you never noticed. You are so dull. It's so funny. What? That's how it is, so you better cancel the wedding scheduled in 2 weeks. Logan and I will make a new plan for a wedding that suits us better. If you don't cancel soon, I think you have to pay a cancellation fee. Fine, but first I need to talk to Logan and confirm everything. If this is true, things are not going to end well for you. Remember that. Whatever, you're such a loser, you know. Women who get dumped are so miserable. I will be happy together with Logan, so please move on and leave us alone. Hi, Jasmine. I heard you interrogated Logan as soon as he came home from work. He said you look so scary. Whatever. I look so scary, huh? Well, it's Logan's fault. I mean, probably he was scared because he felt guilty. What? Guilty about what? What is there to feel guilty about? We go to a hotel without hesitation because we love each other. And we openly let you know about our relationship, right? So it's all your misunderstanding. Oh, really? You sound so proud about it. Well, you'll regret it soon. What? You'll understand eventually. Logan and I are talking about breaking off the engagement, so do as you please from now on. What? Really? Yay! I didn't know you were a very understanding person. Well, now I can marry him. Just so you know, I'll seek compensation. What? Of course. I'm not just talking about Logan. I will seek compensation from you too. What? Even me? Did you think you could get away with it just because I'm your sister? The world doesn't work that way. You're kidding, right? I'll make it clear now. Even if you try to rely on mom and dad, it's pointless. They're very angry at you for what you did. They made it very clear that they're not going to help you. It seems they regret spoiling you all this time. They think it's their fault that you turned out like this. They were quite shocked. You should be ashamed of yourself. Also, they intend to make you leave home. What? Why? Mom and dad are on my side, aren't they? Of course not. Just so you know, just because you don't have money doesn't mean I go easy on you. You did something very wrong, so you should pay for your sins. You're still young. You can work as much as you want. You should get a job, pay for your own compensation, and atone for your sins. What? I don't have to work. Then how will you pay the compensation? I'll ask you to compensate me a reasonable amount for what you did. Jasmine, I'm scared. See? I managed to pay the damages without working. Too bad. You thought things would go as you wanted, but you were completely wrong. I heard that you made Logan pay all the compensation. And it looks like you moved into his apartment. Oh, you already knew? You still can't get over him that you care about us so much? But sorry, there's no room for you. Because Logan and I are deeply in love. We've started living together. Geez, this is proof that you don't understand your own position. What? Are you saying something? Stop it. You sound so miserable. Honestly, I can't believe this. How selfish can you be? Boasting without knowing anything? How pitiful. What do you mean? You still don't realize you're hitting rock bottom. Are you talking about yourself? You're already 30 years old and you lost your fiancé to me. Oh no, how pitiful. Whatever. I will not tell you anything. Tell me what? From the way you sound, I can guess that you are misunderstanding. But if you ask Logan properly, you'll find out. Don't always try to rely on others. Do something by yourself. Here we go again, a loser trying to act so tough. The point is, you're so bitter that I took Logan away from you, aren't you? Everything you say doesn't make any sense. Too bad you can't marry the future company president. I'll become the president's wife instead of you. So, that was your aim, huh? That's right. I've always wanted to be the president's wife. What's fun about just working all the time? I definitely don't want to live my life like you. When I look at you, I get the feeling that if I work, I'll be a loser. Then the smartest thing you could do would be to become the wife of the next president of the company. I love my job and don't see myself as a loser. Besides, work is not about winning and losing. Anyway, you should have a talk with Logan. I'm sure you'll soon realize that you weren't thinking straight. All right. Say whatever you want, loser. Oh, by the way, we decided to have the wedding in 4 months. Make sure that you attend our wedding, okay? Did you listen to what I just said? Huh? About what? Jesus Christ. Today is finally here, and it's our wedding day. You refused to attend, but Mom and Dad agreed to come. After all, I'm sure my parents think I'm better than someone who is a workaholic, like you. Don't you think? Seriously? Mom and Dad aren't exactly celebrating your marriage. They mentioned they're coming to keep an eye on you. Oh my goodness, are you still feeling bitter? Do you understand your position? Since I'm already confirmed to become the company president's wife, my position is higher than yours. Get it? I think you shouldn't act so high and mighty towards me. So, you haven't talked with Logan, huh? Logan and I understand each other even without words. If you say so. I gave you my advice, so do as you please. I'll do as I please without being told. It's too bad you can't see my beautiful wedding dress. Jasmine, help! What? The wedding is starting now, right? Actually, it's already past the reception time, but more than half of the wedding seats are empty. Everybody canceled last minute. That sucks. I'm sure no one would want to be at a cheater's wedding. I guess they weren't planning on going in the first place. No way. That's not all. When I complained to Dad that everybody is too rude to cancel the wedding of the soon-to-be president, he told me that Logan isn't the next president. What the hell is going on? Now you bring that up? What do you mean? Logan is supposed to inherit Dad's company, right? You didn't ask Logan directly? I told you that you should talk with him. I don't need to talk about it. There are only 2 daughters in our family, so either of us needs to marry or there won't be a future president. You know, I'm the next president. What? You? That's right. Isn't it too old-fashioned to think that a woman can't be president nowadays? It was already decided that I would be the next president. There was no talk of Logan's position changing just because I decided to marry him beforehand. We just had an office romance. What? So, what is Logan's position at the company? Just a regular employee. A regular employee? He used to be the head of the sales department, but I know you made him skip work and go on dates during work hours. Multiple employees witnessed it. And he ended up facing demotion and a salary reduction. What's wrong with going on a date with me? To put it simply, he got punished for skipping work to make out with you. What? Plus, he used the company card to go to a hotel. Actually, he's lucky that he didn't get fired. Well, depending on his actions from now on, it's uncertain what will happen. He could get fired? His salary has definitely decreased, and there's no hope for future promotions. You should know that it's your fault too. No way. You are right. Logan's savings account has a balance of $5. I can't believe it. He can't even buy me a new designer bag. It's not even enough money for lunch. Don't you get it yet? What do you mean? Logan paid his and your compensation. He invited you to his apartment after you were kicked out of parents' house, and you're an unemployed who thinks if you work, you are a loser. And yet, you're not a frugal person and you love to splurge. It's challenging enough to cover the living expenses of one person, let alone two people's expenses. You've been begging for clothes and bags, right? Well, yeah. I heard that the expenses are now over 5 times what it used to be. The source of income remains the same, relying solely on Logan. Also, due to demotion and salary reduction, the income has drastically decreased. And then there's the wedding. But it ended up almost half of the guests canceled. Since you started dating Logan for just half a year, you've probably made him spend at least $50,000. Wait, considering the wedding expenses, it might even be $100,000. I might have made him spend, but I always thought that he would be the next president. You'd think the next president would have that much money, you know? You misunderstood on your own, didn't you? And besides, Logan isn't the next president, but he had savings. I've heard before that Logan had savings of around $100,000, so he probably used up most of it. It's a shame to have spent all the money he worked so hard to save because of you. He's such an idiot. No way. This is completely the opposite of what I dreamt of. I've already submitted the marriage registration. What should I do? Don't you get it yet? What? You should work too. What? In a society where basically you need to work to survive, there's something wrong with your mindset. You said you wanted to be happy, right? Then why don't you work and support each other? After all, you two are married. Ugh, why are you saying such things? You're so mean to me. Not long after that, Logan resigned. After all, it must have been hard for him to stay at a company where his ex-fiancée was his sister-in-law and the next president of the company. He decided to return to his hometown with Camilla. I heard that he plans to work in a factory managed by relatives. Although it might be a dull and tough life for Camilla, who loves the city life, having been abandoned by her parents and never having worked, she has no choice but to rely on Logan. However, her mother-in-law, who knew all the drama, proposed 2 conditions. Living together and managing their finances together. Probably they won't have much money to spend freely anymore. Well, it's the countryside, so there might not be many places to spend it anyway. I hope that with the strict guidance of their mother-in-law, as an older sister, that's my wish from afar.
Julia, listen. What is it, Dorothy? I bought it. Bought what? That luxury brand bag? Really? Is it the brand bag that you wanted? Yes, I finally got it. Seriously? I didn't know you had the money to buy that. Well, it's not like that. I couldn't get it right now, so I took out a loan. You took out a loan? But you live on a pension. You were complaining that you can't afford to live by depending on your pension. How are you going to pay the loan then? Julia, you talk like a jerk. You know me better than anyone, don't you? What? I'm the woman who will be the CEO's mother in the future. Huh? Who will be the CEO of which company? It's obvious. Samuel is going to be the next CEO of your father's company, right? Wait a minute. Who said that? No one said it, but of course it's going to happen. How do you know it's going to happen? Because you are the only daughter, right? When your father dies, your husband would normally be the CEO. What do you mean by normal? Besides, my father is still the active CEO. Please don't talk about when he passed away. If you do whatever you want with your selfish ideas, you'll have a hard time later. Huh? Who do you think you're talking so big to? I won't allow you to talk that way toward me. But stop talking back to me. I understand, but we don't know anything about the next CEO yet. Please don't forget that. Samuel, are you busy right now? Not really. What is it? You're doing your job, right? Of course I am. Just because I'm at home doesn't mean I'm slacking off. If that's the case, I just got a text from your mother. She said she took out a loan to buy a luxury brand bag. I see. Seems that you have no concern about that. It's the one Mom always wanted, right? So it's good to hear that she finally got that. It's great that she got the bag she wanted, but the problem is the payment. Your mother is living on a pension, and she was even saying that she doesn't have enough money. How is she going to pay the loan? If Mom says she can afford it, why not? You know what? She said a strange thing, that you will be the next CEO of my father's company, so she'll never have to worry about money anymore. Really? Mom says it, so it must be true, right? Huh? She's always right. I can be the next CEO, so that way I can take care of her. You got to be kidding me. What did you say? Dad is not ready to give up the CEO position just yet. No one is talking about having a new CEO at the moment. You don't know what the future holds. I wonder why your mother is being so optimistic. You both really have a similar personality. Stop making fun of Mom and me. Besides, you have things to do, don't you? Do you understand? I know. Don't get upset. I'm sure that Mom's payment will be taken care of. Are you sure? I don't have that kind of optimism anyway. I shouldn't have told you about this matter. Julia, I'm so sorry for your loss. I didn't expect your father to pass away so suddenly. Thank you. I also still can't believe that my father, who was so energetic, suddenly passed away. I feel nothing but sadness. But your father finally passed away. Huh? What are you talking about? I'm sorry for you, but I finally got my chance. I beg your pardon? Now, my son can be the CEO. I'll finally become the mother of the CEO. I don't understand what you're saying. You know what I mean. I've been telling you for a while, remember? Samuel will be the next president. Are you talking about that again? My father's funeral just ended, and what you're saying is inappropriate. I'm in no mood to talk about that very thing. Because I made him marry you for this day. What do you mean by that? If it wasn't for the privilege, I wouldn't have let him marry someone like you. That's terrible. How can you say that when my father just passed away? I'm in a very good mood right now. No matter what you say, it won't resonate with me. Nothing has been decided yet about the next CEO. My father didn't say anything about it either. I think the discussion with the board members will start now. Do they need to talk about it? Why are you asking that? Because it's obvious that the husband of the only daughter will be the next CEO.
I don't think so.
Well, we're going to be busy from now on. I need to make some announcements to relatives, friends, and acquaintances. I also have to plan for the CEO inauguration party.
Dorothy, please listen carefully. The new CEO hasn't been decided yet, so please don't do anything selfish.
What? Are you trying to become the CEO?
I'm not going to be the CEO. I don't have the talent for that.
You're right. Then Samuel is the only one who can be the next president. If any of your employees complain about that, let them go.
We are a big company. There's no way such a selfish reason will be accepted.
When you got married, your father said he wanted my son to be the CEO of the company.
He said he would be happy if that happened, but he didn't say so definitively. Besides, he was still very much willing to work. There was no talk about becoming the next CEO.
But your father wanted Samuel to be the next CEO, didn't he? Then you should respect your father's will. If you ignore that and appoint someone else, your father would be disappointed.
You can't run a company with such a light heart. Besides, I don't think Samuel is capable of such a big role.
You don't believe in your own husband? Not only do you not trust him, you think he's a fool. That's crazy.
Anyway, nothing has been decided on that yet.
Who else is qualified? If Samuel got selected, we'll have to build a house.
Huh? Why do you think so?
A CEO needs a worthy mansion.
What are you talking about? In the first place, you're not Samuel's wife.
What are you saying? When my son becomes CEO, of course, I will move in with him.
Why?
I need to help him since he will be busy. I can't leave it to you because you're unreliable. I have to live with my son and take care of him.
I don't think that's necessary.
Anyway, I'll go right into a meeting about the mansion. I know someone in the housing business, so I'll ask him right away.
Wait, Dorothy, where do you have that kind of money? It's impossible to borrow money for a house on your pension, you know.
Are you stupid?
What do you mean?
If Samuel becomes CEO, we can afford that much, right? I can easily pay for it.
That's why I said that hasn't been decided yet. Please don't do anything really selfish.
Do you really care about the future of your father's company, Julia? You don't know what would happen if someone else were to become the CEO, do you?
Because the company doesn't belong to me. It's a matter for the company executives and employees to discuss and decide.
What are you talking so naively about? If you're so naive, your father's company will end up in a mess. I really need to take care of this matter after all. You're useless. You'll never get the job done. You need my help.
Dorothy, I had no idea why you're so confident about this matter.
I don't care what anyone says. Samuel is the next CEO. He won't go against me like you do. In fact, I'm going to control everything.
Are you telling me that you're taking over the company? There's no way you can do that.
How long are you going to keep goofing off? You're Samuel's wife, so you should cooperate with him. It's a wife's role to support her husband.
Support my husband, huh? Unfortunately, I can't do that.
You really are a terrible wife. You really hate it when my son takes your place as a CEO, don't you? You're such a jerk.
I'm not thinking like that at all.
Anyway, I'm going to be busy from now on. I have to prove myself that I'm a decent woman, so my son won't be ashamed of me. Meetings for the mansion and reservations for the inauguration party. I also have to go shopping for clothes and other things to wear. I'm so excited to think that my dream will finally come true. Dorothy, please don't do anything selfish. You're the one who'll end up in huge trouble. What did you say? I wasn't listening to you. Anyway, I'm going out. I got a call from Mom. I'm going to the office tomorrow as soon as I can. I hope you cleaned up the stuff your dad used. Samuel, what are you talking about? Huh? I'm going to be the CEO, so I thought I'd redecorate the office to my specifications. Wait a minute. Who told you that you're the next CEO? I told you it was Mom. No one told her about that. But I'm your husband, remember? When your father dies, I'm supposed to be his successor. So I just signed the contract for the mansion. Huh? You're not the next CEO. No one said anything about that. The contract for the mansion? What are you going to do with the payment? I can handle that much if I'm the CEO. Anyway, I sold the condo we lived in. What? Why are you being so selfish? Because we're building a mansion. So we don't need our condo. I can't believe you were doing that while I was cleaning up my parents' house. You looked busy, so I did it for you. I'm glad Mom helped me out. You should be thanking me and Mom. What kind of people are you too? Don't do anything more selfish. You'll end up in big trouble. What are you going to do with the money to build the house? I made a down payment with the money I got from the condo sale. The rest, you'll have to pay with the company's money. Company's money? There's no way I can do that. I'm going to be the CEO. I can do that. Company money belongs to the company. If you use it without permission, it's embezzlement. What are you talking about? The company's money is my money, so please pay the rest of the bills. What the? You and your mother disgust me to no end. I'm telling you, you can't use company money no matter what. That's fine. What? I'll be able to do whatever I want once I become the CEO. If you rebel against me, I'll ask you to leave too. I can't talk about this anymore. Hey, I finally became the CEO. I just signed the contract. Really? What the hell? You should be happy. Your husband's finally become the CEO. Well... What's with that attitude? I don't like it. I'm divorcing you. Divorce? Since I'm the CEO now, I don't need you anymore. Have you forgotten what you did? Huh? I wonder what you're talking about. I'm the CEO now, so everything I've done up until now is written off. Maybe you were trying to become what I am now too, but too bad that you didn't make it. Now I'll do what I want. Anyway, you and I are divorced. Okay then, I'll do as you wish. Julia, did you hear from Samuel? I heard you agreed to divorce. I had no choice, so I took over your place as vice president. I've signed the contract as soon as possible too. I see. Now everything is going my way. I was afraid you'd throw a tantrum, but I'm surprised that you backed down so easily. Me and my son will become rich from now on. You both signed the contract, didn't you? Of course we did. I signed it in a flash. You both didn't read through the documents? There's no way I would read something that complicated. The officer brought it to me, so there's no doubt about it. All we have to do is sign it and we're all set. I'm the one who prepared those documents, remember? What do you mean? It was a resignation letter. As I'm sure you know, it was a form to resign from the company. You signed it, didn't you? Huh? Besides, your son is fired. This time, I asked him to sign the official document again. What? Your son has been embezzling company's money. Just like you, your son had a habit of spending money as if it were going out of fashion. He was caught pouring company money into fashion, food, drink, cars, etc. My father fired him. After that, he was earning income at home, doing a side job I introduced to him. Embezzlement? Yes, that's right. He was in the process of paying back with that little amount of money he earned from his side hustle. And yet, because of you, he misunderstood and made a big mistake. What are you going to do now that you're selling the condo and signing a new contract to build a mansion? No kidding. I didn't hear anything about that. This is what happened because you made the mistake of thinking that Samuel will become the next CEO of the company. You'll have to take full responsibility for this. What do you mean by responsibility? First of all, I'm going to ask you to pay back the cost of the condo you sold without permission. That was the condo Samuel bought, right? Are you kidding me? I bought that condo before we got married. Of course, the ownership is in my name. You guys sold my property without my permission. No way. There's no way we can pay that kind of money. But it's true that you sold it without permission. What happens if I can't pay you? I will make a formal claim for damages. I'm already a stranger to your son and to you, so I won't show any mercy. Oh no. Then what about the application to build the mansion? I don't care about that. You and your son did it on your own. Well, generally speaking, there will be a penalty fee. Seriously? What should we do? Samuel was supposed to be the next CEO, so you should do something about it. Don't be silly. I won't sacrifice a fine company that my father worked so hard to bring up to save you guys. That's absurd. Besides, I won't let both you and your son take over the company that my father and his employees raised to its current level. Hey, are you sure Samuel isn't the CEO? Isn't there some kind of mistake? How can that be? He just signed the resignation earlier. Samuel was originally fired, and the employees know it. How can they accept a person like him who was fired for embezzlement? He's not even qualified to be the CEO. Gosh. I'm too embarrassed to tell them that my husband embezzled the money from my father's company. What are we supposed to do then? For now, look for a job. Huh? If you don't work, you won't have any income, so you won't be able to repay the loan, right? Even if I worked, there's no way I could pay such a large sum of money. I'm still going to charge you for it. Are you a demon? How dare you say that to me? You didn't even grieve when my father died. Instead, with a big smile on your face, you made a big deal about your son being the next CEO. You are the demon, not me. But we don't even have a house to live in. So please find a job as soon as possible. If you don't start working and earning money as soon as possible, you're in trouble. If you and your son work hard, you might be able to see a bright future ahead. If you have time to text me, please start job hunting as soon as possible. Wait a minute. It may be easy for Samuel, but there's no way I can find a job at my age. You won't know that until you try. I think you can get any job you want if you're not being too picky. I mean, you have no other option because of the situation you're in. Do I have to work too? You'll have to discuss that with your son. You were the ones who are going to pay for what you did. Either you pay me for the condo, or you can choose not to pay, but I'll definitely sue both of you for not paying. You can choose whichever you like. Oh no. Also, your son will continue to pay back the amount of money he embezzled in the past. If both of you can't pay, please let me know so that I can file a lawsuit against you.
Lawsuit? Please don't do that. I feel sorry for Samuel.
Then we need to get him to pay the money somehow. I still think the only way is for the two of you to work hard together from day to night. Please consider about that. If possible, I recommend that you act quickly.
Julia, please. Be merciful to us for a moment.
I refuse. Please don't forget that you have insulted my father, his company, and me so much. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have no intention of speaking to you or your son ever again. If you ever contact me again, you will have to go through my lawyer.
Julia, wait. Please help us.
After that, Samuel and his mother tried desperately to find a job, but they couldn't. They were at their wits' end and went around to their relatives to ask for help. Somehow, they were able to get a job, but they still have to work day and night. Both of them seem to be working hard every day under the supervision of their relatives. On the other hand, an employee who had been the vice president of our company has temporarily assumed the position of CEO. He was my father's most trusted employee since the company's inception. It was unanimously agreed that he would be the best person for the job because he knows my father and the company best. I intend to continue to devote myself to the company with a view to becoming the CEO in the future.
Sarah, how's things at home?
Yeah, I just finished preparing for lunch.
Oh, thanks. I'm sorry that we have to move in when we were about to get married.
It's okay. I know it's not easy for her to take care of your father by herself.
My father can take care of himself for the most part, but I don't think we needed to live together. But she wouldn't listen because of the way she is.
Yeah, I understand that.
And since you have to work from home, I wanted to create a calm environment for you.
Thanks for saying that. I'm your wife now. I'm going to help my in-laws as much as I can.
I'm really sorry.
It's not something for you to apologize. Besides, we've already started our life. We just have to make the best of it, don't we?
Well, for that, let's go on our honeymoon and have fun.
Yeah, I guess so. We'll definitely go when my job is done.
Yeah, I'll work hard until then too.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, but we'll get through it together.
Yes, we will. Let me know anytime you need anything about my mom.
Okay, I'll let you know, thanks.
Okay, I'll be home as soon as I can.
Good luck at work this afternoon.
Thanks, you too.
Sarah? Yes, what is it?
I'd like some cake after lunch today.
I see, please go ahead. I recommend the cake shop in front of the station.
I have a pain in my back since yesterday, and I don't think I can go there on foot. Would you buy a cake for me?
I'm working right now.
It's not much of a job anyway. What does it matter if you go buy a cake or not?
I have a web meeting today. I can't go out. I can't do anything irresponsible because I'm earning money from my job too. So please buy a cake by yourself.
What? You're my daughter-in-law and you're giving me an order?
I'm not giving you an order. I'm just saying I can't go because I'm working. I'm free for lunch. I'll prepare you and your husband some meal.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I want cake after lunch.
I understand that, but I have work to do. So if you want to have some cakes, you have to go buy it by yourself. I think it's a good idea to walk to the station to get some exercise.
You really have that kind of coldness.
Even if you say so, I'm at work, so I can't help it. Besides, the reason why I moved in with you is because you were not sure if you could take care of your husband. You wanted me to help, right? I didn't move in with you to run errands for you.
What a bunch of nonsense. How could Liam get a wife like this? All you have to do is serve our family.
That's not possible. I have work to do.
Whatever. Sarah, you guys are going on your honeymoon, right?
Yes, we are. We're planning to, but we're having a hard time finishing our work. But we're working on the schedule right now.
I see.
Why are you asking?
Well, take me and my husband with you.
What? It's our honeymoon. I've never heard of parents coming along on a honeymoon.
Oh, well, why not? It's a new kind of honeymoon.
No, I'm planning to go alone with Liam, so please don't come.
You're my son's wife, but you're always going against me.
It's only natural for only a married couple to go on a honeymoon. How are you going to pay for the whole family to travel together in the first place?
I'll pay for that, of course.
But you live on pensions, right? I don't think you can afford it.
But then, I got a little extra income, so I'll pay for the honeymoon too. I think that's not a bad idea.
The problem is not only about the expenses.
What?
Liam and I are going on our honeymoon to make memories together.
That's great. We can split up when we get there.
What about your husband? He's in a wheelchair. It's not easy, you know.
We'll manage somehow.
I don't think it's that easy. We'll set up a family vacation for another time. Would you reconsider accompanying us on our honeymoon?
Oh my God, you're really stubborn. If I say we're going, we're going. That's the way it is. I'll leave the itinerary to you and you'll take care of the travel arrangements. Oh, and make sure I get the first class.
Huh? How much do you think first class costs?
Oh, I'll pay for it, no problem. But you guys and my husband will be in coach class. It's not easy to pay for 4 people.
That's not good. Are you serious? It's our honeymoon, you know.
Of course I'm serious. Well then, as soon as you decide, please make the arrangements.
Hey Liam, you got a minute?
Yeah, I got some time. What's up? Did my mom do something?
We're in trouble. She said she's coming with us on our honeymoon.
Huh? What do you mean?
She said she's got some extra money coming in and will take care of all the expenses and she wants us to arrange.
That's nonsense. It's our honeymoon.
I explained that many times. I told her to reconsider because we can go on another family vacation, but she won't listen.
I'm so sorry. I can't stand her selfishness. If Mom and Dad were there, we wouldn't be able to relax.
That's the thing. She said she'll take care of your father and we'll go separately.
Huh? She's the kind of person who puts all the responsibility of taking care of him on you. There's no way she's going to take care of him on the trip.
That's what I think too, but she told me to arrange it.
Why did she suddenly say that?
Yeah, that's what I don't get either. You know, she said a honeymoon is too early for us. Suddenly, she's saying she wants to go with us. And what's with the extra income? She's not working, and her life is the same as usual.
Right. Something is suspicious. I'm so sick of that woman's self-centered way. She's always causing trouble to you. I'm really sorry.
Don't apologize, Liam. I appreciate that you're always on my side and helping me is good enough.
I'm sure Mom is up to something, so let's be careful here.
I'll be very careful.
And I promise I'll make it up to you.
Thank you.
She's hard to convince once she made up her mind. We'll plan another honeymoon.
You will? That's great. I thought our honeymoon was gone.
I know it's gonna take some time. I'll do my best to make it the best honeymoon ever.
Sounds great.
We're finally going on our trip tomorrow. I'm so excited.
It was supposed to be our honeymoon.
What?
No, nothing.
I need to pick up a few things for tomorrow. Can you take me to the mall?
I have to work a lot until today.
Why?
Why? Because I'll be taking some time off for a trip. I have to work for that.
You always belittle me for a job that doesn't make much money, don't you?
How could you say such a thing?
Well, don't you think so? I'm always asking you for help, and you never do me any favors, do you?
That's because you tell me when I'm working. I never belittle you.
I think you do. How can you say that when you won't even help me prepare for the trip?
Sorry. Anyway, I'd like to finish my work today as soon as possible. Could you do the shopping alone?
I won't ask you anymore, that's fine. By the way, I hope you've made your first-class reservations for tomorrow.
Of course. I've reserved your seat in first class. Don't worry about it.
Okay then, I'll go shopping on my own. You take care of my husband's lunch, okay?
I'll take care of it. Natasha, where are you? It's almost time to board the plane. If you don't hurry, you'll miss your flight.
That's the thing, Sarah. I went to the bathroom and got lost. I don't know where I am.
What? Is there any airport staff nearby?
I've been looking for them, but I can't find anyone.
Wait a minute. Are you still at the restroom right now?
Yes, in front of the restroom.
What's nearby?
There's some kind of trendy cafe to the right. To the left, a fast food restaurant.
I think I know where you're at. I'll come and pick you up. Natasha, please don't move and wait for me. If you wander around, you'll really miss your flight.
That's not good. I've got first class.
I'll be there as soon as I can, so don't move.
Okay. Sarah, how do you feel about being left alone at the airport?
What are you trying to do? You called me into the bathroom, and then you boarded the plane by yourself? That's not very nice.
Just imagining you freaking out makes me happy. I hope you've gone home alone by now.
So, this was your plan all along?
Of course it is. Who would travel with you? Liam and his father should be in coach. I'm going to enjoy the trip, just the three of us.
Natasha, what are you talking about? I'm already there and I'm with my husband.
Huh? What do you mean? I finally arrived at the airport after all the connecting flight. How could you get there faster?
Because you, someone who hates me, suddenly insisted on accompanying us on our honeymoon. I knew something was going on.
What? That's rude.
Actually, a friend of mine works at the airport. I told him about the situation beforehand. I asked him to arrange a direct flight immediately if something happened.
A direct flight? I had a connecting flight.
I booked a connecting flight to save a little on travel expenses.
You're such a cheapskate, aren't you? Well, that's okay. You're paying for this trip. Anyway, now that we're there, I'm going to enjoy shopping by myself.
Are you going to leave us alone? Even though you started this whole trip? And what do you mean the trip is my expense?
Why don't you guys take care of my husband? I'm sure he is happy to be in such a wonderful place.
That seems to be the case. We're already at the hotel. He's very happy that the view from the room is soothing to him.
That's good to hear. Well, I'm going to enjoy shopping by myself and head to the hotel. So I'll see you later.
By the way, Natasha.
What?
You're paying all the expenses for the trip.
What are you talking about? I told you to make the reservation in your name, didn't I? So you're the one who made the reservation. You're the one who has to pay. That's why you're paying.
No, I made the reservation in your name.
Huh? How can that be?
I told you earlier. Your behavior was too suspicious. I talked to Liam and made a reservation in your name just in case.
You're kidding, right?
It's not the best, but I also reserved a room at a hotel one rank higher for you. I'm sure the price will be quite expensive. Besides, you're flying first class both ways. You will get your bill, so please take care of that.
You must be kidding. By the way, how much is this going to cost?
I'd say about $10,000. That's for 4 adults.
There's no way I can afford that kind of money. We both live on pensions.
But you said you would pay for it yourself, didn't you? You said you had some extra income or something?
Of course that's a lie.
Was it a lie? Then you were planning to make me pay from the beginning, weren't you?
Of course. Unlike you, who's just sitting around, Liam is making plenty of money. He'll be able to pay as soon as he gets his bonus, won't he? Don't be stingy.
What? You don't know anything, do you?
What?
Liam's company went bankrupt a year ago.
What? Bankrupt?
Yes. So he started looking for a job but couldn't find one with good conditions. Now he's working for a low salary. He's still looking for a better job.
Is that so?
Yes, it is. He says he's busy working hard, but he still works diligently for us. I'm grateful. That's why he can't pay more than $10,000 for a very expensive trip.
You're lying, right? Then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Liam? I just got a look at WhatsApp in the hotel room. What are you thinking? How far are you going to get Sarah in trouble? And you ruined our honeymoon. I won't forgive you. No, Liam. I just wanted to give Sarah, who's always busy, a relaxing trip. Don't talk nonsense. Then why did you tell Sarah to pay everything for the trip? Why did you set it up so that she couldn't board? What is this all about? I was trying to bring our family closer together. You still say that? She was trying so hard to encourage and support me when I was on a meager salary. Now, my income is only about $1,200. You haven't put a penny of your daily expenses, have you? What? Of course I do. Don't you lie to me. Sarah was covering the shortfall in living expenses and all your extravagant expenses. That's because she doesn't do much work. She's just locked up in her room playing on her computer. She's a web writer and a successful one, so she's constantly getting writing jobs, and she's taking care of Dad because it would be too much for you. What? You trampled all over Sarah's kind feelings. I'll never forgive you. You'll pay for this trip. What were you thinking about our honeymoon? Liam, don't be so angry. I'm not the only one who is angry. What? My dad's angry too. He said he was disappointed when he saw you picking on Sarah. That has completely changed his mind. What do you mean? He says he's divorcing you. Divorce? I don't want that because of the pension. The only reason you're with him is for the money, aren't you? It was Sarah who took care of him, not you. He doesn't see the benefit of being with you anymore, and I agree. Wait a minute, Liam. My dad's stubborn too. He won't listen once he made up his mind. As soon as we get home, the divorce is final. And Sarah and I don't want anything to do with you either. We're going to cut you off from us. You're kidding, right? Don't tell me you're going to break up with me. Liam!
I'm very sorry, but Liam doesn't want to be on WhatsApp with you anymore.
Sarah, you betrayed me, didn't you?
Please don't talk nonsense. Wasn't it you who betrayed me? You didn't let me board the plane by using your cheap trick. As Liam said, We will break off the relationship with you as soon as we get back. If my husband divorces me and you guys leave too, I will be all alone. That's right. That's what you deserve. You've been picking on me so much in the past. I was about to reach my limit. I was thinking that I'm at my limit, and then you made this mistake. It was a good deal for me. Huh? As Liam said, I had actually been taking care of entire family up until now. When Liam lost his job, he said he would work all night for me. Why? Because the hourly wage is good. I guess he wanted to make as much money as possible. Oh no. So I think my income will be enough to support the whole family for a while. I told him to take his time while working a temporary job to see if he could find a better one. I didn't know that. Exactly. If I have told you, what would you say? I think that's why he didn't tell you. Oh no. You tried to go along on our honeymoon. It's not every day that a mother-in-law refuses to let her daughter-in-law board a plane. I hope you'll be punished properly. No, that's not true. I'll lose everything. That's what will happen, but it can't be helped. Liam and his father said they don't even want to see you. So for now, please don't come to the room we're staying at the hotel. What? We're not in the same room? That was the plan, but we decided to cut you off. I told the front desk what happened, and they switched us to separate rooms. We will be completely separated from each other here. What? When we come home, we will leave the house, so please keep that in mind and take care of the payment. That's impossible. There's no way I can do that, being alone and paying over $10,000 in travel expenses. But it's your fault that this happened, so it can't be helped. You'll just have to live with it somehow. Then I guess this will be the last time I'll be on WhatsApp with you, so take care of yourself. Wait, Sarah. Please wait. When Natasha came home from her trip, her husband gave her divorce papers. It seems that she cried and begged for forgiveness, but he kicked her out saying, I'm not going to live with someone who disrespects me, a disabled man. Even so, out of his final act of kindness, arranged for the division of property. However, after paying travel expenses and renting a new house, there was not much left in her pocket. Natasha, who could no longer live on her pension alone, had no choice but to start working part-time. What a sad end. We bought a new apartment with the help of my father-in-law. Now we live with him. Even though my father-in-law needs nursing care, he can live by himself as long as he has a wheelchair, so he doesn't need much help from me. Thanks to this, I am able to concentrate on my work every day. And now that Liam has finally found a job that pays well, we are now planning our honeymoon. This time, I would like to enjoy a sweet and fun time, just the two of us.
Hey Marie, what are you doing? Do you have any idea how long it's been since I texted you? I can't believe it. How can you ignore your mother-in-law's messages? I'm sorry, Roseanne. I had a part-time job today, so I couldn't check my phone. How is it possible that you didn't have a single moment to look at my messages? You could have at least checked during your break. It's been a very busy day and I didn't have time to check on my phone even a little. Oh well, about the dinner party this weekend, you can come, right? Eric's birthday is coming up soon. Did Keith tell you that we should celebrate it together? It's this Friday, right? Of course I can come. 6 p.m. Don't be late. Keith is gonna be working late that day, so he will be a little late. I don't blame him for being late, but it has nothing to do with you. We have a lot to do before the party, so make sure you come on time. I understand, but I was planning to come at the same time with him since you won't let me use the kitchen. Cooking isn't the only thing we need to do. There's a lot of things to do, like cleaning. Right, I'm sorry. We have Emily here at home. After all, the oldest son's wife is the one I can depend on. A wife who lives with us is the best. She learns how to cook food from me, and it's very delicious. I am sorry, but instead of living together, we send money to you every month. I would appreciate it if you would consider that a little more. I don't care if you send us money, but well, I don't think I could get along even if I lived with you. Maybe this is for the best. Personality-wise, I don't think we'd get along. Plus, you've been married for 3 years, and you haven't shown me your child. We're not thinking about having kids yet. You're already 30, aren't you? What a careless thing to say. But Emily also had a child recently, didn't she? See, you always compare yourself with others. She and my son got married in their late age, so there's no choice. They got married in their mid-30s, so it's natural that they had children late. But you got married in your 20s. You're not perfect as a wife, and you make fun of her? I didn't intend to, but I apologize if I made you think so. I don't understand why Keith married someone like you. Even after Emily had a baby, you don't come to see her at all. Perhaps are you jealous of her? The reason I haven't visited her much is because she just gave birth and I didn't want her to worry about someone visiting her. Well, hey, are you having fertility treatment? Those people don't want to see other people's children, right? Isn't that why you say you can't think about children? No, not like that. Well, whatever. I have my first grandchild, and I have a wife who lives with me. I don't care if I have one useless wife. At least spend your time out of our way, okay? Yes, I will be careful. You're only good at replying. You pretend to be obedient in front of me, but complains to Keith, don't you? He told me to be nice to you the other day. You're so mean. I didn't say anything. Then are you saying that he thought so and warned me? I wonder if being with you has made him crazy. Anyway, if you haven't said anything, don't say anything unnecessary from now on as well. Be careful not to make me hate you anymore. I understand. I'm gonna invite my son's defective wife over to dinner, so you should be more grateful for my kindness. Murray, what are you doing? Everyone is having dinner and why are you out? I'm at the supermarket. I'll be home soon. Supermarket? Did they ask you to buy something? No, they didn't have any food for me, so I was told to go and get it myself. Seriously? I can't believe it. I'm gonna complain to Mom and Dad. Wait, it's your father's birthday, and I'm fine. But I'm almost there, and I just have to be patient for a few more hours. I'm fine. It's not good to put up with it. They invited you to dinner, but they won't let you eat? That's ridiculous. I thought they finally accepted you. But talking about it now won't solve anything. It will be a happy reunion without me. This is not fun at all. How can you enjoy yourself when your own wife is being harassed? Thank you, but they don't like me. It's sad, but no choice. Wait. What's wrong? I can't open the door. I guess your mother locked me out. Oh, she just texted me now. She's saying I should eat out. Hey, you should go back home. You don't have to come to this house. This is too awful. But if I do so? It's okay. Thanks for putting up for me. Are you sure it's okay? I heard a loud noise coming from the house. It's okay. It's over. I'm taking a cab home now. You're home already, right? Yeah, I'm home. Keith, are you okay? I'm fine. I regret that I should have made action earlier. I was relying on you too much. I'm sorry. I thought Mom might change. I'm fine. But what do you mean it's over? I just scolded everyone. You scolded? So it was you? That loud voice? I suddenly heard a loud voice from the house, so I was surprised. I was so angry at the time, but it was their fault for making me angry. Anyway, I told my parents not to contact us again. Everyone had been nice to you. Was it okay to do that far? Like I said before, I don't want to get involved with people who mistreat my wife. It was Mom who was mistreating you, but Dad and my brother and his wife were also laughing, so they are crazy. How can they be laughing when they are hurting my precious wife? I'm sorry. Everything's because your mother doesn't like me, so I even refused to move in with them. I wasn't planning to live together with them either. It's not your fault, but they're saying like it's your fault. You thought that much of me? To be honest, it was really painful, but I thought if I did my best so that everyone would like me. You don't have to put up with it anymore. You don't have to try to butter her up. You're the best as you are. Thank you. Also, you don't have to send them money anymore. Even if they can't make ends meet, it has nothing to do with us. From now on, use the money for whatever you want or for savings. I wonder if they will be okay. Mom and Dad are living with my brother's family, so there should be no problem. I mean, I should have stopped when they decided to live with them in the first place. I'm glad you chose me. Of course, there's nothing more important than you. I'm glad you're my husband. You always think about me. You've given your mother all kinds of warnings, right? Yeah, even if I told her, she won't change though. I'm sorry I couldn't protect you at all. Still, I was glad. From now on, I'll protect you. Oh hey, we're gonna stop sending money, which means we will have more money. So let's build a house. Are you sure you're okay with deciding to build a house so easily? We've been talking about it for a while, and it's a good new start, isn't it? Well, I guess a nice chance. Then let's do it. Let's go to a show home and check things out. Also, I didn't eat any food. Do we have anything at home? That's what I thought. So I'm cooking right now. Let's have dinner together. Thank you. Our home is the best place. I love your dishes. Murray? Why aren't you guys home? Oh, Roseanne? I'm sorry, I know we promised I would never contact you guys again. It's an emergency, so I had to reach you. I actually tried to call Keith, but he seems to have blocked us. I'm sorry, but please do not contact us again. I've been told by Keith not to talk to you. I'm sorry. Bye. Wait, it's an emergency. Please, put Keith on the phone. Keith is taking a bath right now, so I can't. Taking a bath? Where are you taking a bath when you're not at home? We built a house and moved out. That's why you're not at home, even though on weekends. Did you go to our old house? I don't have anyone to rely on but you guys. What do you mean? Well, things are really bad at home right now. You stopped sending us money, and we couldn't live by our pensions. So we're having a very miserable life. Even if we stopped sending you money, you still live with your son's family, right? Is it possible that you will not be able to make a living? Actually, our son has a lot of debt. It seems like he was using your money to pay off his debts in secret. But since you stopped sending it, most of his income has gone to pay off his debts. So we've been living on our pension, but it's not enough for 4 adults to live on. I see. But, well, it has nothing to do with us, so you all do your best. Murray, we're really in trouble, and you're abandoning us? How can you ask me when you've been harassing me all this time? I don't understand at all. It's true that I refuse to live with you, but I have tried to support you as much as I could. I'm sorry about that. I thought you didn't like us because you wouldn't move in with us. That's why I was mean to you. I was very hurt. When we talked about getting married, we had decided that Keith and I would not live with each other's parents. Keith also explained it to you, didn't he? He explained it to us, but we were sad. We thought you were gonna come to our house. I hope you could understand our feelings a little. I refuse to live with you, so I guess it's natural to feel that I hated you, but that doesn't mean you can harass me. I told you I didn't mean to. Even though you didn't mean to, the fact that you harassed me won't change. I have no intention of helping you guys. Don't say it like that, please. Mary, please, can't you at least talk to Keith? No matter how many times you ask me, I can't. Things have gotten worse than before. Emily has started working part-time because we don't have enough money. And because of that, she has started to verbally abuse us. My son borrowed money to try to make more money at casino, and his debts increased even more. Because of it, they're not getting along well with each other, and the atmosphere in the house is terrible. Please, I will do anything, so please help us. I don't want to stay in that house even for a second. The situation is worse than I thought. Keith is also looking at our conversation, and he's saying that this is so bad that we should help you. Really? If you forgive me for what I've done and help me, I'll take any conditions you have. Well, then, we're living in a new house now, but it's not big enough to live with you guys. So can you give us the money to renovate it into a duplex house? We can afford that. We were planning to run away with the minimum belongings, and we can prepare the money by selling unnecessary things. I see. Then our house is not that big, but you can come for the time being. I know it will be hard for you to stay in your house until the renovation is completed. Thank you, Murray. From now on, I'll be on your side no matter what. What about your son and Emily? It seems those two originally decided to move in with us just to save on living expenses since they already had debt. We don't want to live with people who chose to live with us for that reason. So I'm gonna leave them and run away. You've always said that you like a wife who would live with you, but when you find out the reason, you become very harsh. That's what happens when you hide things from me. But you know, I don't think living with you is a problem because you can talk honestly with me like now. It's like you saved our lives, and I'll try not to make you feel uncomfortable, and I'll keep that in mind. I'm glad you changed your mind. Then I will be looking forward. Roseanne and Eric came to our house as if they were running away. When they have just moved in, I was cautious because I thought they would be noisy after the first few months. But even after the duplex house was built, they did not say a single sarcastic word to me. Since they paid for the renovation, I was worried that they would bring it up and say something about it, but they didn't. On the contrary, they are very considerate of us. Their son and Emily began to have trouble paying off their debts because he lost his parents' pension. So she divorced him as if she was trying to run away, and he was taken somewhere by scary people because of the debt. Therefore, we don't know what is going on to him now. After a while, we had a baby, and my in-laws were very happy to have a new grandchild. During the pregnancy, I suffered from morning sickness, but my in-laws as well as my husband cooperated with the household chores, so I was able to give birth without any unnecessary stress and without any problems. We are now living a happy and carefree life as a family of 5, including my in-laws. I would like to continue to build a happy family in the future. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. It means a lot to us. See you next time!